Hey, welcome to Film Flashback Face-Off. Film Flashback Face-Off. What's up, people? I'm Richard.
Yeah, Jim.
Carl.
Jason.
And I'm Ray.
It took you a second. Yeah. You had to think about it.
And I was reading it, too. I'm like, what is that? Nah, I can't say. On my glasses.
It's because it's so catchy and it rolls right off
the
tongue.
It does. It's such a...
Yes.
Triple F.
Triple F, baby.
Yeah. So, what's on the show today, Jim?
A classic from 1993.
Little Monsters.
Searching for Bobby Fischer.
Searching for Bobby Fischer. A surprisingly great movie, in my opinion.
Well, let me tell you, it's... Well, why don't you give the synopsis then?
Little kid is a chess guru.
Prodigy, but close. He works with the chess guru.
Yeah, that's it. Don't move till you see it. Can't say it.
Yeah, little Josh Wakens is a chess prodigy, and this is a simultaneous story of the kid learning to play chess and learning in the game of life. And the story of Bobby Fischer, as told by Josh in the movie in the voiceovers.
Well, it's not exactly Bobby Fischer. He's mentioned in the movie a lot, so it's not.
Yeah, well,
right.
He's telling Bobby Fischer's story.
Oh, sidewise, yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a simultaneous story about Josh and Bobby
Get the
Fischer.
fuck out of here.
Yeah.
No, not you. I'm talking to the cat.
So this was directed by Steve Zalian, starring Joe Mantegna, Lawrence Fishburne, of course, Joan Allen, and Ben Kingsley, and of course, what?
Sir Ben Kingsley.
Sir Ben Kingsley. And
show some respect,
Max
sir.
Pomeranc, who was Josh.
Yeah.
And just a bit of trivia, Max, the kid, actually knew how to play chess.
Oh, wow.
They wanted someone who would know how to move the pieces properly on the board and look like they knew how to do what they were doing.
Right.
Any idiot can learn how to play chess.
Yeah, I know, but he was a chess player. So they liked it because he was natural in his movements on the chessboard.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So this film, as I said, was 1993.
Right.
109 minutes.
See?
Also not too long.
Another great thing about the old movies.
93 minutes out.
And it cost $12 million to make and made $7,266,000.
Oh, that's not good.
No.
So this movie was a flop?
Oh, yeah.
But it's such a fucking good movie.
Did you see it in the theater?
No.
I think I did.
Neither did I. I didn't see it in the theater either.
Carl was an extra. He was a pawn.
I was a castle, sir. I was a castle.
Called a rook. Carl.
I was like, 93 had a lot of...
That's right, it is a rook.
A lot of good movies came out in 93, so I can see how it probably fell down the list.
I'm just going through them, like Tombstone, Schindler's List,
Jurassic
Secret
Park.
Garden, Jurassic
So,
Park,
Raymond.
Sandlot.
Only Jurassic Park?
What do you think?
Yeah, so I'll start it off. So this movie, so in 93, gosh, I was 6.
Jesus
when
Christ.
this came out. Or wait, no,
7.
Around there, yeah.
So
7.
you were playing chess.
So I was also a chess prodigy, and so this is how I ended up on this podcast. But I remember going, my routine was to put on a movie to fall asleep to, put a movie in the VHS, and those older movies, I think I had like Wayne's World, Forrest Gump, maybe some other ones, but they would always show like New Line Cinema, new movies coming out, like actual preview. And this was one of the movies always on it. And I would see it over and over and over and over because I'd watch the same movies. And it's funny because I'm watching this, and I've always wanted to I was always kind of curious. I'm like, what is this movie about? And there is certain scenes now fully watching it. I was like, oh my God, I remember that from the trailer. Like the Ben Kingsley knocking the chess pieces in that dramatic fashion, like clearing the board.
I remember that being in the trailer.
Yeah, and then Morpheus like handing him like with the ball standing in the rain over him. And my God, dude, Lawrence Fishburne stole this movie. Like, still, he is Morpheus. Like he is just so like, I don't know about him. He was just fun. He was like the fun part of this movie, and I think that's ultimately what this movie is about. It's about pushing this child prodigy so hard, so in the paint that he loses the fun and like robs these kids of their childhood. And I think that's the ultimate lesson of this movie. And I dug that. I really dug that. I did like this movie. It was a little slower in some parts. It's definitely one of those contemplative movies. Even the kids don't really talk that much. Even the bad kid at the end, who's supposed to just be the rival, I guess. He's just shooting dirty looks.
I felt bad for him.
Yeah, he says like 2 words that he was given away from his
feel
parents
bad for him.
to this
Fuck
guy.
that dude.
Yeah, but he's like that's the point it's trying to make. It's like that's the kid who got his childhood robbed from him because he was another prodigy.
Yeah.
He
And
was the kid. He was a little kid.
Yep.
yeah,
that
like,
little
I thought
kid.
that was
Just a kid.
he's just a kid. But yeah, fuck him now. Like, and I also thought it was funny. Like they both had little lisps, like the little kids. Like they both had lisps.
It's adorable.
Yeah. What else? I like how they filmed this movie. I really dug the cinematography aspect. I think it was actually up for awards or won some awards when I was looking online. It was definitely filmed with like this childlike awe and wonder from his perspective, especially the first half. I really dug that. Like really close up shots of everything from like a kid's point of view. I thought, let's see here. The parents were awesome. They were like super supportive. Like the dad actually was super happy for him, but pushed him a little bit too hard and then knew when to back off. The mom was awesome when she kicked that Ben Kingsley out of the house. I thought that was legit.
Kingsley.
Sir Ben Kingsley, I do apologize.
Don't apologize to us.
Yeah.
Apologize to the queen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
Or to Ben.
I like
I
that.
always think of him as Trevor.
Oh, there were so many like other actors, like William H. Macy's in this, and then the guy Ira and Barry
and Tony Shalhoub. I completely forgot Tony Shalhoub was in this movie.
Yeah.
He gets steamrolled by the kid, but like remember Ira and Barry?
Yeah, but he gave him
ice
gummy
cream
bears
from
after.
City Slickers.
Oh yeah.
They were in it, the two of them.
Yeah, they were.
When they locked up the parents
Great scene.
in the locker room, to keep them from getting in the way. And like he's giving them, I like that shot. It was like just a simple thing. Like you're showing all these kids running around, and it's like, I want you to act like adults and blah 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 blah. and then it pans and he's talking to the parents.
Yeah.
I thought that was great because it's true. These parents just get out of control.
After the
And
parents,
Yeah, the one kid is like, "It's over," and he just walks away.
he's like, who won? So he just leaves them.
right when the parents
then
got
you
locked
see-
away, the kids started. They had like a round of applause. Like, thank God we can. Like,
Right. We could
the
play
parents
now.
are out of here.
Who won?
Who knew the underground
Yeah.
chess competitions were that hardcore?
There's a lot of people in the chess back in the early 90s. And that was another thing. Like nobody goes on their phones and they're all stuck in that room, reading books, and newspapers are just staring at the wall. Just boredom was so much more boring back then that we take for granted.
Boredom was more boring back then.
Yeah, like you just get stuck. Yeah, you're just stuck for hours, like occupying your mind.
You gotta read
Good luck.
you gotta read an actual book.
Yeah, I had actual
You gotta
books. and I
open
was never
something.
bored.
Yeah. I
Gotta go to a
read books when I
library.
was on jury duty.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting when like Sir Ben Kingsley was like, they hate you. They hate you. And it's like just like destroying this kid. And then the mom kicks him out. I thought that was an awesome thing. And then the very
But I
end,
like
where he
that the
offers
kid
him a
kept-
draw.
I like
Like
that the kid
Had no hate.
did not, you know,
I don't hate them.
exactly. Kept saying, I don't hate them. And
yeah, he's just wants, and that's the other thing. Like they have all these shots of him just playing with toys. Like he's just being a kid. Like, you know, when the dad's like trying to push him into the school, he's just in his tub playing with his little rowboat. Like he's just wanting to be a kid. And that's the point they're trying to make. Like, you know, there's a fine line. There's the two teachers. Like one was the one that was very strict and by the book, and then you got Lawrence Fishburne. He's like, let's have fun, like, you know, keep it fresh and
play from the gut.
You challenge yourself.
You're playing the player, not the
So
the
he had the best. Yeah, he had the best of both teachers, best of both worlds, and he was able to decide for himself. And instead of forcing him, right, it was just all his choice, and he made the right choice, like giving the kid a draw at the end instead of just trying to win.
Move.
And he told him, he's like you're like more than once holding his hand out, and the kid's like, no, you moved.
You've lost.
With a
You just don't know it.
You've lost. You don't know. So. Yeah.
Well said, Ray. Well said.
That was my thoughts.
Wow. I don't know if I could top that.
Yeah, me neither.
You really put some thought into that.
Yeah.
Nice.
I got my notes, bro. I got
notes.
look at all my notes. I got two for both movies that we're doing. Today's a busy day.
All right, Jay. What do you think?
Jazzy?
All right, I'll try to follow up that one.
Jay's just like, fuck that little kid.
No, so I actually enjoyed the hell out of this movie.
Next time I go first.
Yeah.
No, it's all good. I'm shooting from the hip anyway. No, I enjoyed the heck out of this movie. I like movies like this. I actually thought before I watched it, it was like a biography of Bobby Fischer. I had no idea. I knew it was about chess, but I thought it was more on the lines of like, hey, here's Bobby Fischer. This was like his life, kind of like the Queen's Gambit. I can totally see where they got,
and it kind of opens that way.
Yeah, but I mean, Bobby Fischer was just like this legend in this name, and it wasn't searching physically for Bobby Fischer. It was searching for Bobby Fischer as the next prodigy, which I thought was a really cool aspect of it. And kind of like what Ray said, I really liked the characters. Lawrence Fishburne was awesome. I thought he was the best character in the whole movie. Kind of like, you know, that street genius chess player versus the methodical, you know, Sir Ben Kingsley, you know, he's by the book, and you study the board before you study the moves. And I thought that aspect was great. And I didn't realize how hardcore the children's chess game was back in the 90s with the parents getting locked up.
Right.
I actually really loved how the movie ended because, you know, the kid's getting pushed really hard by Sir Ben Kingsley, and then by Lawrence Fishburne's character, he's teaching him more like play the player, have fun. You're never out of it, no matter, as long as you have a piece on the board. And I loved the last match where he incorporated both teachers, because Lawrence Fishburne was like, you got to take risk and, you know, make the other player make risks, and, you know, that'll give you a better opportunity to win. And at the very last game that he played, he incorporated both teachers, which I thought was awesome, and he still pulled it out. So I thought this movie was great. It was slow paced though, but you know,
that's okay.
And the mystery about Bobby Fischer.
Yeah,
they just intersection it with these old clips. If you're thinking,
it was more like facts about, like, I guess his legend more than anything. And then it was just kind of like, and it was funny because they still alluded throughout the movie, like, hey, is Bobby Fischer going to pop out? Or when they thought he like showed up in the park, it was like the first thing that Lawrence Fishburne and, you know, the kid thought it was like, oh my gosh, Bobby Fischer's here in the park. And it's just like, nope, that legend's still out there somewhere. You know, I
didn't even know this was based on a true story. To the very end, I was like, oh.
And I really dug when that chess master was playing, Lawrence Fishburne is playing that chess master.
Oh yeah.
In there saying, "Oh, you're trying to hustle me," and it's that
you can't
that patter to throw him off, to throw the other guy off, and get in his head. And the kid does that at the end with the trick or treat. Threw that right back at him.
Yeah, that was a good scene.
Yeah, it's crazy though how, like, that kid knew like 12 moves. Like, I've already beaten you just by looking at what he knew, like with the one piece and how the whole board was positioned. He was like, oh you've already lost. You just don't know it yet. I'm offering you a draw. I thought that was so sick.
Yeah.
I like that.
What a little good guy.
Morgan,
Yeah.
you're a much stronger player at your age.
Morgan.
I know. What a great way to walk off.
Speaking of Morgan, that's the Indian in the cupboard kid.
Yeah.
That's who it was. I was wondering who that was. That's that's funny. That is that kid.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
You're a much stronger
good movie.
player
I would
than I was.
hands down watch it again for sure.
Yeah, Holly Hunter's in it. She's a teacher.
Mm.
Oh yeah, she does great. Yeah.
So
Wait, no, it's not Holly Hunter. My bad.
no, not Holly Hunter.
She's
No,
from
the
Truman Show.
girl. Yeah, I know you
From the Truman Show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lauren
Wife
Linney.
of the Truman's wife.
Yeah.
Or Meryl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She played Meryl.
Laura Linney.
Laura Linney. That's right. Couldn't remember. So Richie, after watching it again,
Dude, I have this on my phone.
another one on your phone.
This is like it's a staple. Like it's a
that's
perfect
Richie's
movie.
seal of approval is having it on his phone.
Yeah. It's
How many movies do you have?
on my phone.
Yeah. So like 50? Is that like because then it would be more significant.
I think I have like 80 of them on my phone right now.
Okay. Yeah. So it's not like hundreds.
Yeah. I have
Yeah, so that's
in my library I have like 300 and something. And then
but only select
I just throw
Richie approved phone. So if it's Richie approved phone, you know it's a good movie.
Yeah, I took a bunch off.
Well, not all of them.
So
Yeah.
but no, this it's such a good movie that I never expected it to be like this good when I first saw it, and it just sucked me in, and it was so cool, and I loved the kid. He was so smart and funny, and the ending was totally awesome, especially that the kid was just the prodigy was just like being a dick about it and be like just move, and he was like, dude, you're gonna be crushed. I'm gonna crush you. Shake my hand. He was like, nope. He was like, all right, you're done like dinner. So
Done like. And I did like I did like the aspect of it, how that little D-hole prodigy kid. His guru was basically saying like he doesn't go to school.
He just does chess.
He lives and breathes chess. When you got Josh, who still is a kid, and he's just amazing at chess, but chess is not his first priority. Right. Like he's still, so it just kind of shows that you don't have to.
That's why I feel bad for that kid. Yeah. I totally agree with what you're saying though. I totally agree.
And I love the part where with Joe Montana was just like, hey, you don't have to do this anymore. He's like, no, I'm doing it for me. I'm done doing it for you. Like this is for me now.
About childhood prodigies, don't push them too hard. Let them be kids. Don't rob them that joy in being themselves. Like you have the two edges
which
of the
may
coin.
have happened to Bobby Fischer in real life.
No, he just went nuts.
Yeah, he went nuts.
Yeah,
I think that was his choice. Like he wasn't he wasn't brought up by a coach or a teacher. He just did his own thing.
Yeah,
but they're all trying to replicate that and push these kids to be him.
So I haven't seen this movie in a while, actually, and it's not on my phone. But
who carries movies on their phone anyway?
I got a lot of movies on it. If it works on your phone, then it's a great movie because it doesn't need a big screen.
Right.
It doesn't really need a big screen. So
No.
Yeah.
Just needs a lot of caffeine.
I watched this movie on my phone. If that helps.
Yeah. So I thought it was terrific. I like the depiction of the kid. He seemed like a real kid.
Yeah.
He didn't speak like an adult. He didn't write like an adult. I loved that when they showed his notepad, they showed how terrible his
chicken scratch
handwriting was.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, that I said, because that's like how a kid would write.
Yeah.
Or not trying to beat his dad. Like at the beginning of the movie, you want to be nice and just let his dad win.
And I like how he got low looking at the board. Kind of
shy.
Yeah, kind of like he did with his Lego castle and Lego Man. He went and looked low into, and man, he was lucky to have all those nondescript Lego people. For the pawns in the front, because usually you don't just get generic Lego people.
Yeah. I have 100.
Well, now when
like
you're
those
just playing
crowns.
Star Wars,
Yeah.
I have 104 movies on my phone right now.
Nice. You know what I thought was funny was the beginning of the movie when he's walking, when he first sees the guys in the park, and then when his mom and his sister's like, "Mom, can we go watch the men in the park?" And then they're standing in the most awkward. I was like, "How did the mom agree to this?" Like right away. I thought that was like the only scene that kind of like made me laugh. I was like, "Oh man, this mom really should have thought about this."
Right.
People are more trusting of others back then. She's just letting them go hang out.
Yeah.
Bunch of
So
strangers.
one of my favorite scenes was when he was in the tub playing his dad, and he's like, "Did you move it?" And he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "Okay, we can go now." He goes, "No." He goes, "No, you lost." That was awesome.
There's some cool montage scenes.
he doesn't even have to be in the room.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Did you move
he's so
it?
good.
Yeah. Can we go now?
You mean, he goes, "Did you move your castle? You mean my rook?" "Yeah, did you move it?"
I did the same thing to Castle.
Yeah.
Yeah. He goes, "Did you move it?"
Right.
Yeah. The game's not over, Josh. Yes, it is. Can we go now?
Yeah, I like how they slowly built him up, like how good he really was. And he was like kind of not trying hard and not wanting to be as good. And then all of a sudden he's just stomping and just blowing through. And then he just kind of gives up halfway through because he's getting pushed and he doesn't like the game anymore. And then it's not until he reconnects with the people in the park and Lawrence Fishburne. He's having fun again. He's just enjoying it. It's like, what a kid. Like you don't want to be forced to do something and then just it loses its fun. You want it to be fun and keep it as a game.
He saw the pressure of that other prodigy, and he was like, "That other prodigy
didn't want to be that."
Chest, and he's like, "I don't want to be that." And he was scared.
Yeah, the kid wore the same outfit every day, a white polo. Gosh, shoot me!
I thought they went a little bit over the top with the evil stare of the other kid.
Yeah.
The other kid is not. He shouldn't have been that evil.
Yeah. Yeah.
So true.
That's there. I said, okay, that's pushing it
a little much.
The dude just needed some friends, man. He wasn't.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I like at the one chess tournament though, with his perspective, the other prodigy's perspective, seeing Josh work his way up the tables as he's looking around, he's getting closer and closer,
and you can see
closer. I thought that was a cool
little
shot.
dude did not want to play him because he's like, Josh is coming up. He goes, "I don't want to play this dude."
Yeah.
Well, Josh threw that game like he was the first one eliminated because he didn't want to play him.
Right.
First
Right.
But White Polo, saw him, when he came back, and he was just like, I don't want to play. His name was Jonathan, but
White Polo.
Jonathan didn't want to play Josh either.
Mm-hmm.
His name was Poe, just like Poe from
Star Wars.
No, what was that?
Poe Dameron?
Yuck.
No, Poe, the guy, the convict, Nicolas Cage.
Oh, yeah.
What the heck was the name of that movie?
It was
Raising
Con Air?
Arizona?
No, it was
No,
Con
not
Air.
Louisiana,
Con
no.
Air.
Con Air.
Oh,
His name was Poe in that.
Yeah.
Put down the bunny.
Dear Jenny.
Put down the bunny.
Yeah.
why couldn't you
so
just
this
drop
movie-
the bunny?
Why couldn't he?
You didn't
I
ask
thought
for
this
my
movie-
opinion, by the way. But that's okay.
Yeah, we got to get
Oh,
Carl.
I'm sorry, Carl.
I wish I
You-
could
you
agree
were
with you
chiming in.
guys. I wish I could agree with you guys, but I just didn't find
Well, then
it.
your wish is coming through. What?
I could not agree with you guys at all.
You didn't like this
think
movie?
I am shocked
hot
and
take.
perplexed.
No,
I like hot takes. Go
love
ahead.
it. It's a great movie. It's undoubtedly a great movie.
Yeah.
I think actually, possibly Joey Zaza's best role.
Zaza.
Joe Mantegna. I think he's great in the movie. When they're out in the rain and he's like, "Why did you blow that game?" And it's a great movie. It's just a really good movie overall.
Yeah.
So watchable.
Well, this movie has the rare distinction of 100% positive reviews.
Are you serious?
Yes,
100%.
I believe it.
100% of the reviews were positive, and it had an 86% audience score.
I feel like this movie wasn't advertised correctly back in '93 because I remember, like what Ray said, I remember seeing previews for this movie, but it was overshadowed by like Schindler's List or
Jurassic Park.
Seattle.
What are you gonna do?
Well, like drama wise, I feel like if this movie would have been promoted a little bit better, it would have probably won some Oscar nominations or something. Because this movie was, I thought the acting was fantastic in it.
And this movie was way better than Jurassic Park.
It's debatable.
Certainly
I disagree with that wholeheartedly.
I haven't even seen Jurassic Park the whole thing, so
What? Then how can you compare it?
I started watching it. It was too dumb. I'm like, this is stupid.
They didn't transform into robots, so he does not like it.
I started
He only
watching.
likes
it, like, this is just
Dinobots.
dumb.
Dude, Jeff Goldblum in that movie is fantastic.
That is a hot take, Richie.
That is like one of the hottest takes I've
He's
ever
got
heard.
those eyes.
Who are you?
I can't do it myself.
Now, I agree all the sequels are pretty much dog shit,
Yeah.
but like the first one was really good, dude.
Incredible.
It was
My
boring.
3-year-old prefers the original. He's seen like a bunch of them, and he prefers the original. He loves the original. Because it's
so
the
good.
best one.
It's the most legit one. That's right.
I couldn't do it. I
Wow.
was sitting there.
It's
just
too
like, Jesus
legit.
Christ, this is stupid. I'm done.
It's too
Dude,
legit.
the
to
music, it's John Williams.
Yeah, I
oh
get
my
it.
god, like
I
everything
get
about
it.
it.
J Dubs.
Oh yeah.
My guy, J
The
Dubs.
door opening up, like
It's one of the most iconic movie sounds in history.
Yeah,
Richie never seen
and Richie hates it. He couldn't even finish it.
It was dumb as shit.
And it also has one of the
Jurassic
worst.
Park.
It has one of the worst movie mistakes ever, and it's still like one of the best movies with the hand on the raptor. Like I see it every time now, and I
yeah.
chuckle a little bit, but it doesn't take anything away from that movie.
What's
at
the
all.
mistake?
There's a
How he
scene
gets
where,
in
there's a scene where two raptors like go into like this kitchen to chase these kids.
Yeah, I saw that.
And
part.
yeah, so when the
Pretty much saw the whole
raptors
thing.
walk in, you can see a guy's hand on the back of the raptor's back, and then his hand goes away real quick.
Oh, really?
Kind of like he's pushing the animatronic forward, and somehow that made the cutting room floor.
Well,
Oh,
And how did the T-Rex get into the museum?
Exactly.
yeah, when they heard him stomping around in the movie.
Shaking the
What?
floors.
How did when the T-Rex came out of his cage, but when he flipped over the Jeep, how was it like a 50-foot drop down to the ground?
Yeah, how'd he get out?
Like,
Hold on 1 second.
yeah.
Great
Or
fucking movie.
continue talking. I'll be back in 1 second.
So yes, there are some major flaws and don't make sense, but the movie's still great. It's kind of like Die Hard when the terrorists come
Braveheart.
when they come out of the back of that truck with the van, but then later on they use the van again, or like
Forgiven.
yeah,
It's forgiven.
It was a complete mess up because they just completely
Sorry, the dogs were
disregarded
going
that scene. But Die Hard's still a great movie.
Die Hard was
Forgiven.
another movie that was just dumb.
Okay, who are you?
I need to see these 103 movies you have on your
I like.
phone.
I know.
Years.
If Bobby Fischer's on
Richie
there, and
didn't
Jurassic
even
Park
see
and
the whole Die
aren't.
Hard.
I know we were talking. He just said that movie was dumb too.
It was
I can't
dumb.
believe it.
Whatchamacallit was good. The third one.
Die Hard with a
Okay.
Vengeance?
Yeah, Die Hard with a Vengeance. I
That's
could
a good
watch.
one.
Die Hard
The
is
first
just
one and
so
the third one are
it's
the
so
best.
so boring. The first one is so stupid and dumb. I was just like,
The ending is like one of the
What
best
happened?
scenes.
What's wrong with you, Richie?
Like when they drop Hans Gruber.
that was cool.
Yeah, did you know they did that to him on purpose?
Yes.
They like shorted his cut so like he actually fell falling, like
Yes,
freaking out.
That was. They said one.
yeah.
It was supposed to go on 3. It went on 2. And
Yeah, they drop him on
Oh, yeah.
one.
yeah.
Yeah, and it also gave us Alan Rickman. His first film role ever.
All right.
He
well,
freaking one of the most iconic villains ever.
Best Christmas movie of all
one
time.
of the
his
most
first film role.
iconic villains ever.
Yes,
Yeah,
Absolutely.
100%.
Do not argue with that. You cannot.
You could put an argument can be made. He's
Richie
top
can
15
do
villain.
Richie can say whatever he wants.
Yeah, hot take, Richie.
I mean, he was a better villain in Robin Hood.
It's our new segment, Hot Take Richie.
Yeah, I remember him in Robin Hood. That was it. That's an underrated movie. Mm-hmm. Morgan
He's
Freeman.
the same in Robin Hood as he was in Die Hard.
Yeah, it was just better.
Oh, boy.
I think we should have a whole show where we all just attack Richie's opinions.
That's fine.
On like good movies.
Seriously.
There's a-
And he has
there's
the
a-
best.
That's the segment,
there's a
Hot
lot-
Take Ricky.
There's a lot of movies out there that shouldn't have been made, and fucking Jurassic Park is one of them. That's just dumb.
Oh.
I have to admit, I am
What a
not a big
contrarian.
fan of Jurassic Park.
Yeah, it's just
Man,
fucking.
Wow.
If hundreds or thousands of people listen to this podcast, you'd get so much hate mail, Richie. Oh my god.
Fuck
Yeah,
them.
they didn't
They're
make a
idiots.
Bobby.
Fuck
They
them
didn't make a
and
Dr.
that
Detroit
turtleneck kid.
ride. They
Yeah.
made Lord of Jurassic
And that
Park
polo
ride.
shirt kid.
Yeah, that little polo shirt kid. Fuck him too.
Oh my gosh.
That's Ray's Halloween costume now.
Dr. Detroit.
Dr. Detroit, Ray, you'd crush Dr. Detroit. Dude.
Yeah.
Oh boy. I can't believe you suggested that movie and think that movie's great. And
Dr.
Jurassic
Detroit?
Park is terrible. Yeah.
I'd watch Dr. Detroit 100 times over fucking Jurassic Park.
Or
100
Die
times.
Hard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, me
Are
too.
you un-American?
Yeah.
You
I
guys
watched
have
them.
no idea how many hot takes Richie has.
Well, getting back to Searching for Bobby Fischer.
Great movie.
Great movie. We all agree. The critics agree. Everyone thinks it's terrific.
So Ray, would you watch it again?
You know, probably not. I like the movie, but I don't know if I'd sit through it again. It's just too slow. I got the gist of it. Probably not. I mean, I like the movie. I really did like the movie.
I'll
but I
send
don't
it
think
to
I
you.
would
I'll
sit
send it to you so you
through
can
another
put it
2
on your phone.
hours. It's just a little
You'll
too
like it
slower
better on your
pace.
phone.
Yeah. there's just so much content out now. Like to say that I would actually sit 2 hours, watch this all the way through now. Cause I've already seen it. So like a one and done, but I really enjoyed it. I did like it for what it was.
I'll send it to you.
Okay, please.
You put it on your phone.
Okay.
Knock it off with that fucking Jurassic Park crap. You'd watch Jurassic
Oh,
Park
gosh.
again, wouldn't you?
I watch
Hell
Jurassic
yeah, I've
Park
seen
like
that
at
movie.
least 3
You'd
times
watch
a
that
year.
dumb shit over fucking a good movie
And
like
Die Hard. I
Searching-
watch Die Hard every Christmas.
A good movie. It's in the eye of the beholder, Richie, and you are in the minority.
Yeah,
regarding
Die Hard's
Jurassic
not a
Park.
Christmas movie. Again,
Yeah, dude.
It's not a Christmas movie. Just
Takes
Yes, it
place on
is. It takes
Christmas
place during
Eve.
Christmas.
no, not a
Takes
Christmas.
place on Christmas Eve.
It's like
at Christmas
Gremlins
Eve
is a
party.
Christmas movie.
I'd go with Gremlins over fucking.
Batman Returns is a Christmas movie.
Batman Returns, Christmas movie.
All right.
They all take
Are
place
we
during
really
Christmas.
going to go through this?
Well,
All right, Jay, what do you
obviously.
think? Would you
I
watch
mean,
this again?
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang is a Christmas movie.
Oh yeah, I watched that this past Christmas.
Would
too.
Jim
That's a
watch
fantastic
Bobby Fischer? He
movie.
watched it a bunch.
Well, I've watched it a bunch, and
Yeah.
I'd watch it again.
When you sent out the text saying I haven't watched both movies yet, I'm like, fucking seen Bobby Fischer like 1,900 times. You didn't have to watch it. I watched it because I wanted to.
No, I haven't seen. You have it on your phone. I don't. I haven't
have to
seen it in
rewatch
a
the
while,
movies.
so
That's the whole
I
point of the
needed to
podcast.
refresh my. That's the point of the show, Richie, is to see if rewatching it again, we would continue to enjoy it.
Yes, this is true because the next movie, me and Ray get to talk about.
Seen it a bunch of times.
Seen it a bunch of
And then
times.
you guys
but
gotta go.
when I watched it as an adult,
Itty bitty monsters. Don't. No spoilers.
No
my friend.
spoilers.
I haven't watched it yet.
But next time we should let you three go first, since you guys have
Yes.
hot takes. You know, new
Oh,
perspective.
I'll go
Jay and I
first
will go
right now
last.
because I got.
No.
Okay.
We'll do the flippity.
Jay, would you watch this again?
I would. Yes, I like movies like this. I don't know. I
I do
love.
too.
I mean, like the
It's
Queen's
okay.
Gambit. I love that show, and I can totally see that show had inspiration from this movie. So
Absolutely, it did.
Kid
have to watch that
Prodigy
one.
movies. Yeah, have you seen that movie Little Man Tate? It kind of reminds me of it a little bit.
Searching for Bobby Fischer right now. I'm watching.
Nice.
And maybe you want to play some speed chess. I won't lie about that.
Yeah, Little Man Tate.
Like
That's a
learn
movie
chess.
that's kind of similar to this with a child
Yeah.
prodigy who's a genius.
I
So
gotcha.
I love movies like this. So yes, I 100% would watch it again.
There you go.
I
tried
didn't
playing-
rewatch it recently because I just out of the blue watched it about a month and a half ago.
Well, there you go. See?
There you go.
Because I would watch it anytime I see it.
That's
It's
right.
great. It's a feel good little movie.
Carl rests his case. I watched it before I had to watch it. There.
It gives me hope as a genius myself. That come on, guys.
I was waiting. Genius myself.
It's too bad this doesn't have video. Because we all kind of shot a look up like that.
No, I'm no genius.
If you're such a genius, why doesn't your camera and your microphone work?
Because I have a cheap ass computer I bought for $300 off Amazon.
Funny. Anyway, so there you go. The film fan people, flashback, face-off people, whatever the fuck you want to be called.
Yes. If you want to send us an email, you can send it to
destroymail@gmail.
flashbackfaceoff@gmail.com.
That's a
We should just
long
call them
email.
flashers.
Huh?
That's a long email.
Yes, and it wasn't taken. So it's flashbackfaceoff@gmail.com.
Flat destroy mail is probably going to work also.
Yeah, well, I'll still get it.
Yeah.
But
Just talk to us. Isn't this something?
Yeah, tell us how
Please.
great Jurassic Park is in Die Hard, please.
Yeah. And Die Hard.
no, you don't have to do that. But if you want to maybe suggest a movie, how about
That's
that?
not Jurassic Park.
Please
How
compliment.
about we ask our listeners to give us some movies that none of us have seen?
Oh, that's going to be real hard.
Yeah, all right.
Yes.
All right, let's finish the show first.
Yeah.
All right, that's it. I'm Richie.
I'm Jim.
Go.
Jason.
And Ray.